There's another skipper right here.
Oh yeah.
This is another cool thing Mario 3 does. Normally, you only get like 2 sheets of paper to move your box around when you're scrolling, so you can scroll horizontally or vertically, but not both directions at once because it just automatically wraps around. Mario 3 uses a special, what's called memory mapper. It gives it more memory and more ways to access it, so it can actually have 4 sheets of paper, so you can have different content and not need to wrap horizontally or vertically, so you can go diagonal scrolling and have it look good.
Now I've got a question. All those platforms seem to be flickering. What's the cause of that?
That is because these platforms are sprites. They are large. They're using a large number of sprites.
Okay.
But they are sprites, and thus when they are all on the same scan line, they are subject to the sprite scan line limit, as discussed earlier. Also notice the tiles around the throne. You notice how they're dark blue tiles in a checker pattern, and then suddenly the tiles around the throne are all white. That is because the throne uses a different palette. Most of the screen uses like black, white, cyan, dark blue, but the throne needs red and gold, so it only has the shared background color and the white blue, so the tiles need to be light blue anywhere that there is throne, and palettes can only be defined, unlike the bitmap graphics, which are defined on an 8x8 pixel basis. The colors can only be assigned on a 16x16, or depending on the game, some games take a shortcut and define them on a 32x32 pixel area. There are other color glitches that you'll notice related to that. And because that throne spans 2 16x16 blocks smack in the middle, the area just left and the area just right need to be on the same color palette as the throne itself.
If you did what I did and just hold forward, it makes this airship pretty easy. I know it can be hard for some people to do the airship.
All right, from Martin Sandfleet, $10. Technical question: why couldn't the desktop computer at the time do scrolling like the NES, and how did id Software solve the problem with Commander Keen? Great job, guys.
That's actually, if I may beg permission, I'm also commentating for Commander Keen, and that would be an excellent question to defer, because I know Commander Keen a bit less than I know Mario 3 and the NES, and I can bring up stuff like that if I am allowed to. So, am I allowed to?
Go for it.
Yeah,
Sounds
okay.
good to me.
Hopefully I remember.
All right, we have $25 from Henrik, who's like,
Just wondering what's that?
Yeah, you have a random chance of getting a Tanuki, a Hammer Brother suit, or a Buck suit.
Oh.
You didn't know that?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the frog helmet. The frog helmet.
Although the NES did not technically have a built-in randomizer, some newer processors may have a slightly better way to get random numbers. In NES games, it was all on the programmer, so frequently it relied upon things that were not, either it was a just big, large block of numbers that's been reverse engineered ad nauseum in many RPGs, or it was sometimes based on things that changed too rapidly to be predictable, like the number of frames since boot up, or the position of the player on the screen.
Yeah.
So, but there's RNG and then there's RNG.
Yeah.
And some you can trick and some you can't.
Well, because most computers, they're using what are called pseudo-random number generators.
It's all computers are using pseudo-random, except I'm not up on my quantum computing. Something there.
Good point.
But yeah, the reason it's called pseudo-random is because of the fact that they just have like either a table or they use some sort of formula to start the random number generator, and then they just use a formula to get the next number in the series.
And that is also why the internet is insecure, because there is only so much complexity you can do in your random number generation to encrypt all that data that goes across the interwebs. Hardware sprite as the boss. Normally when you defeat the boss, those bosses, you recall, just sort of smash and stay right side up. And thus, if they transform into a question mark, the tile art will be right side up. But if you hit them with invincibility, I believe, I didn't catch it, but I believe, like all the other enemies, they flip upside down and fall off the screen.
I think the same thing happens when you use the Hammer Brothers suit on them.
If the programmers did not anticipate that kill mode and just did not bother to flip the mirroring bit on the sprite before changing it to a question mark, it will stay flipped upside down because the boss died upside down.
Yeah, you also notice that it spawned in the middle instead of where he was.
They can, and there are all sorts of parameters on each sprite, including position, including mirroring flags, and they could have very easily changed the position, changed the bitmap graphic, but forgotten to change the mirroring flag.
Okay, and Ralph's comment goes on to say, keep on beating these games fast, and screw cancer, my donation goes towards Final Fantasy IX Part 1, acting out the play. Thank you, Ralph.
Some lag here.
Daniel Prasad donated $20. Hi, AGDQ. Thanks for providing countless hours of entertainment and for putting everything towards such a great cause. Please put $20 towards Mega Man 9 from Hopeless Wonder.
That is silly programmer logic. I would guess that the opening of the pipes are always two-sided. They only expect you to be able to get at them from one side, so it'll do the animation.
Believe it or not, that works in Super Mario Brothers 1 and 2.
Oh, wow.
That glitch works.
He's saying, why define two objects for the pipe when you only need to define one object? Just put it wherever and change the graphics.
All right, from Nicholas Benzie, a $20 donation. I missed the last several hours due to technical difficulties. Perhaps donating to charity will make me feel better. I really want to see the Mega Man 9 superhero run. Thank you, Nicholas. Glad to have you back. From Rice Musset, $40. Give me that gun blade. Keep up the good work.
In training or in practice, we ran into an interesting case with these little block thrower guys. So once again, when the blocks are in the background, they're part of the background, they collide like background, you can walk on them. As soon as the enemies grab them, they become sprites, and you can't walk on them anymore, and very quickly they become sprites that damage you. So he was trying to walk over one of the blocks right as it turned into a sprite, and that was not good for his health.
No. Yeah. But yeah, as you can see, you can't get P speed as effectively unless you're small because of that gap. I'm sure you guys know that you can make a Hammer Brother turn into a coin ship. It's like one of the secrets, but that's actually bad for a speedrun. There is a glitch where instead of Mario warping to the exit, he gets pushed to the outside of the screen and dies.
My guess is that has to do with the stopping position when you get through.
It's probably a combination of the wall ejection glitching and touching the pipe at an odd angle that then kicks you elsewhere on the screen, perhaps even wrapping around the screen. And the very right edge and the very left edge of the screen are only separated by 1 unit of space.
There it is. Is it going to happen? Okay, good. Because I mentioned it, I realized that was a mistake. But yeah, we're good.
Oh, Murphy's Law did not kick into effect this time.
Or get out of here, Murphy.
All right, Poxnor's checking back in with us here with a $10 donation. It says donating $10 because 2 people smoked a Yama in the back of the head at $5 a person. Please put this $10 towards naming Zidane Poxnor. Thanks, Poxnor. And from Yagamoth, a $20 donation. Love the technical explanations during the SMB3 run. Thank you for the donation.
I'll just keep going with useless task stuff in this game. I think.
Useless task stuff, yeah.
All right, from Tom Linnell, a $10 donation. Hey, I had to donate again to see if I could get the guy on the couch with a question for a donation. Here's your question. How many grams does the NES weigh without cables attached?
Good one.
Here, $5 ready.
It's not a how it works question, but let's see. Metric.
I'm not splitting that up with people.
Leap of faith.
Okay, I will guess 50 grams, but if someone out in Streamland has a scale and puts it on a scale and gets an actual value, I will pay up $5 for it.
We need $30 more for Krugo's shoe.
30 more?
30 more.
30 more? Wow.
Run out for the hole.
Wait, LL Cool Days behind.
Yeah, Halfers with it.
I think you're gonna be doing Karibo Shooter.
It's stupid. It's slow. No one wants Kurimushu.
Everybody wants Karibo
By the way, my estimate was for the NES that I see sitting here in front of me, which is the top load.
Well, it's officially been met,
Okay, so
That's going to
TJP,
be a little
so...
bit
All right,
harder
You get 2
than-
chances.
Shoe is in.
What? Okay, next time $1,000.
Clearly your mistake was, yeah, just underballing it there. You had to
Why
go
do we
high.
always underestimate everything? What is up with that?
Yes!
Oh, look, it's the Kurimushu. Look at that. He can jump on enemies and not get hurt. Look, there's a 1-up right here. Look at that. Watch me do a pipe jump.
Roll down.
What? Crash! Crash! Okay.
Sorry, man.
No crash
Top
this
load
time.
this time.
What in the world?